What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat. We are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Sunless Sea. In the previous episode, we had made a long run from the east, and that's probably what we're going to do again today. I have been going back and reviewing some of the footage because this game kind of has the same conundrum that I run into with a lot of the games that I play, where you can only really have one save file. Your autosave overwrites, and so I don't get to practice this game at all in my free time. Really, the only time I'm getting to spend with this game is what you're seeing on camera, which is a little bit disappointing. Even if I play the game on merciful mode, it will overwrite the autosave from this game, and so basically I can't practice or get any better at the game. So bear with me, I'm still learning the game. We're still trying to make steps in the right direction, although we may step on a few nails here and there. But I have been going back through the footage, writing down the prices for places like London and so forth. As we go through the game, I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to do it while we're recording, but I'm going to try and review my own footage in between episodes and figure out what sells for what where, because we need to make more money. As it stands right now, we are just simply not making enough cash, and I need to figure out some kind of plausible trade route that we can make profitable with. I mean, that's about it. Now that we're back in London, if we're going to make another shot for the far, far east, we need to get ourselves stocked on a number of things. First and foremost, we need to figure out how we're going to disperse some of this terror. So let's go back, and at our lodgings, it's going to cost us 10 echoes. We have 389. I've already turned in everything to the officers and whatnot so that we wouldn't waste time doing it. However, I think there was something special here for the port reports. And so, for Station 3, he says, "Excuse me, just let me call a colleague in." And it says, "This is my colleague, Mr. Villain, the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Villain, this good captain's report is here, if you'd care to." Yes, the fire is already lit. So now only ashes. Maybe we already did this. I think we may have already did this. Oh well, we got 100 echoes for that, so that's good. Apparently, it appears as though we've been involved in some kind of espionage, and we're not really sure what it is that we did right or wrong, but we got paid for it, so hey, whatever. Let's ask if there's anything in particular that they need, because these missions are a great way to accrue some echoes. And it says, "Speak to our agent there and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Mount Palmerston, northeast of London." Well, we need to go there anyway, so this appears to be a good enough time. So let's go ahead. We're going to go off to the shops, and we need to go to Mr. Caro's. No. Not Caminus either. We needed Mrs. Plenty's Shipside Provisioners. There it is. And so we'll buy... I don't think we should need more than 10 supply. I think that a good plan here... We've got so much money that it might be a decent plan to just stock up for now and make sure that we're set for the future. We've also got people that wanted to sign on with us. Let's see here. We could hire on more crew right there. Nah, we can carouse in the Wolfstack docks. And that cost us, what, 30 echoes? But as I recall, that only lowered our terror by a tiny, tiny amount. But we'll give it a go. We have the money. A good night out. Sea shanties, good companionship, and the warmth of a pub fire. We got lost 30 echoes. We have one recent news. We were fortunate and we lost 5 terror. Let's go one more time. We can offer passage to Tomb Colonists. We might as well do that again since we're probably going to be going up to Venderbite at some point. Let's look at the new recruits and see if there's anybody here that's going to be helping us out. We have Maybe's daughter. "Hello, where are you headed? On second thoughts, I don't really mind. Can I come aboard?" "Yeah, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer in a hurry." Okay, and so what does she do? She's an engineer who increases your veils. So we've got a guy who does mirrors already. We've got an engineer that increases our veils. What does she cost? 30 echoes? That's not bad. We'll take her. I was going to say, I don't think we have a chief engineer right now. And so let's go ahead. She's got a pockmark on her face. She definitely appears to have suffered the... Ooh, engine power plus 100. I don't know what that means, but maybe it'll make us go faster. Oh, it's a butterfly tattoo. A smile, a wink, and a butterfly tattoo. An intense and detailed knowledge of weaponry and engines. And so we got a little bit of iron out of there, too. So we got engine power, veils, and iron. Good. I can see our stats increasing, and I'm happy about it. Maybe I'll put the Wretched Mog in for a little while, since we're not going to be deploying the rats whatevers anyways. And then if we go back to London, we can say hire on more crew. Oh, well, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I clicked the wrong menu. That was my badsies. Oh, well, we're full up on crew now. I meant to go to New... Oh, it's locked. We can't. Alright, well, do we need to do our dry dock or anything? How's our hull looking? We have 69 hull. I think we should probably go for... Let's see what we can do here. So we're at 94 hull. We're looking a little bit better. We've got tons of supplies. We're ready to roll out. Let's see if we can maybe find Mount Palmerston. So I'm going to launch out. And let's go ahead and get the boat started. We don't need our lights on while we're in the port. I mean, our terror is a little bit low. Oh, your lights have to be on when you're inside. Oh, I didn't notice that. Your lights have to be on even though you're inside the range of the buoys. And so it said to the northeast, but I looked at a map online from Fallen London, and it was basically a straight east shot from Mutton Island. They may have moved it within the confines of the game. It might be up here or something now. So what we'll do is we will make the run. I'm trying to figure out how we can hit the most. Let's go ahead and we're going to go to Hunter's Keep. We'll hit Hunter's Keep. We'll get the port report from there. From Hunter's Keep, we'll probably head straight east for a little bit and just kind of see what happens, because that gives us a vaguely northeast. We know that it's got to be up in here somewhere probably, if it's not. The map that I saw had it dead to the east of Mutton Island, but my guess is that they've changed that for the confines of this game, so they've kind of moved things around slightly, or maybe the person that made the map, it was kind of one of those old-fashioned maps like you see from the 1400s where it was a little bit out of proportion anyways. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue's light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. We can spin them a story if we had a Z story, but we never seem to have one. You have a 60i. There's a perfectly natural explanation. Light makes dark. The darkness in the Neath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts in the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. So we've succeeded in a hearts challenge. Good. And then we got one fragment, which is not really going to help us that much. But let's unpause the game and let's roll. I don't feel like my ship is going any faster, but they said that maybe the engine power would do that, so I don't know. We'll find out. We've got enough fuel to where I think we're going to be okay. Am I taking the right cut right here? I'm not taking the right cut. Let's go ahead and slow the ship down slightly, and we'll go around this way. We're inside the range of this light beacon right here, so we are losing terror, which is good. I did want to bring that up because I was aware of it, but people had mentioned it in the comments as though I wasn't aware, and so I was a little bit concerned that maybe I hadn't mentioned the fact that when you're around the buoys, you lose terror. It no longer accrues. I wasn't sure if I had mentioned that, but I figured I'd mention it now because I noticed people in the comments were explaining it to others or explaining to me as though I hadn't explained it, so I think maybe I may have missed a detail right there. Ooh, there's one of those little Z ships right there that we could raid and take. We really need to take like 3 or 4 more of those so we can get some cash and buy a new ship. Let's dock at Hunter's Keep, and we're going to go over here. No, we can have a luncheon. That's because we have news, I think. And so I don't remember who we went with last, but I'm going to save my news anyways because we're going to go even further out. And it seems as though when you go really, really far out into the middle of nowhere, the news can be useful for getting yourself, I guess, in with the natives. So anyways, we'll go reconnoiter the island here. And so now we have a port report for Hunter's Keep. You only get 5 echoes for it, but since we're here anyways, we might as well. We will undock the ship and launch. I'm pressing the E key. What's going on? There we go. We're paused. Alright, and so I think the way that I'm going to proceed from here is let's just take a cut sort of like so. We'll make for this first beacon over here. And while I don't think it's going to save us from all... Oh, it did. It saved us from that terror. Oh, it's the light ship got us. Okay, good. The light ship got us. And now that allowed us to actually make the run for the buoy. And hopefully we can uncover something today. I'm really, really sincerely hoping we'll get some kind of real exploration done today. I don't see any further buoys. It says, here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of near reaches. Demo's gate named for a navigator lost above. How did his bones come below? And it looks like we've already found something off over here. The Z-Bat is flying off to the top right. The phosgene bleaks. Okay, that's a word that I haven't heard for quite some time since my chemistry classes. I think we'll steer clear of there. I don't feel like breathing any cruel vapors. I mean, the cooking is bad enough on this ship where there's more than enough cruel vapors around already, but I prefer to keep our intake to a minimum. It looks like we've got Demo Island over here, so let's check out Demo Island and see if maybe there's anything we can get over here. It's a funging station. I have been engaged in no funging, sir. Let's go ahead and Iron Misery Company funging station. I assume that they get, yeah, okay, so they get mushrooms. That's what I figured they meant. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant Bolee's mushrooms for building materials, harvesting Kirili for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization, up puffs the affable factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We go quite mad out here otherwise. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? We could take tea with the factor. And so, the poor fellow needs the company and he could spare an hour away from his schedule. We'll go for that. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house looking out over the fungal jungle. Ooh, the fungal jungle, I like that. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale, even the tea tastes a little moldy. But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the giant pole, or the Gant pole, there it is, the Gant pole, where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principles of coral, the infestation of Featherhaven. He also has a load of Beleaguus fawn carried aboard your ship, or carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff that I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat a rather lot of it first. We gain 10 fragments, we gain 1 supply, we lost 2 terror, and that's all for now. Can we scout the place out? We can gather supplies. It's a matter of luck, 60% chance. Okay, so we can go out and do that. But it doesn't appear as though we could take a port report from right here, strangely enough. So I guess we'll just move on. I mean, we have enough supplies right now, so I really don't see any reason why there are any shops here. They have harbor provisioners that are a little bit more expensive than the ones that we have at London. They're about double price. They are double price anyways. We'll go ahead and unpause the game, and let's continue outwards. I'll probably continue sailing. I'll keep an eye on how far out we are for right now. We're going to try and make use of this buoy right here. There's something right there that we should probably check out. Let's go down that way. There's another one of these little ships. I don't know if he's going to attack us. Found the seared pirates of the Phosgene Bleaks. Ah, yes, he is going to come about and try and come after us. Alright, I think we can outrun him, though. This is not a combat mission, so I'm not completely sold on combat options here. I sent out the Z-Bat Scout, although he may outrun us, from what I can tell. He looks like he may. So that's still flying off that way. Got Thornwee Croft. I see something off to the east right here on our uncovered map. So I think we'll go this way for a second. Yeah, I see a landmass right there. Let's see if it's anything useful for us. We're going to have to fight him in just a moment. It's not going to be an option. He is going to give us a run, but it's okay. We discovered Regal Complexus. And so there it is. We're fighting with a pirate steam panache. Or Panache. We'll go ahead and bear against them. We could go for Seek, or we could go for Flares. I tend to like Flares a little bit better. We could do Potent Flares, but it costs us materials. Oh, we lost the ability that allows us to throw a fuel barrel into the water. Interesting. I think we'll go with... I guess we'll start with a Seek, and then we'll go with 2 of those. And we'll just see what happens here. Really, he just opened fire on... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so we're almost at 50. I think one more and we should be good. So go ahead and cancel you. And let's begin opening fire on him. It looks like we're going to get a square 2 shots away, or maybe a circle 2 shots. I don't know what shape our cannonballs are in. But we are going to get them off before he gets anything done. We didn't take any hull damage right there, which is good. And so we can send it home with a prize crew. 80% chance. Let's do that. And so when you next return to London, we get money. Good. I like money. Money's a really, really good thing for us, considering you spend a lot of time broke as a joke in this game. We'll go around here. I don't think there may or may not be somewhere to dock here. It looks like the Bat is able to go out. It must be slightly to the northeast. Ah, what the hell is that? Oh my god. No, 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 no. I don't know what you are, but you look like a giant shark, and I'm not okay with this. Don't, Mr. Shark, don't do this. I vouch for you. I hung out with marine biologists, and I vouch for you. I say that you're not as dangerous as people make you out to be. Don't prove me wrong. If there's one thing I hate, it's being proven wrong. Don't do it. Shark. Shark. You stay away from Port Cecil. Alright, we've docked. And so you hear words from beneath. That's not good. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light, among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has an unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. We can play chess. It's popular in the principles, which is a high-risk challenge, and so it's locked. We can't do it anyways. So we have to unlock stories first. The sea laps dark around the silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go carefully. Oh, good. Well, let's go get humped by an island, I guess. So we'll explore the coral knoll and Port Cecil. It says, what do we get here? In amber, some disturbance of the undersea has brought sunken ruins up out of the water, but these stones were lost between more than the sea. They are half encased in a smooth, translucent orange substance like amber. Even as you watch the ruins groan and shiver, the convulsions that brought them up will soon take them below again. We can chip away some of the amber to sell. We don't have that one right there. We can examine the ruins, which is a straightforward challenge. Okay, well, let's examine the ruins. You squeeze through the fissures in the amber shell to explore the ruins within. The dwellings are low and windowless, thick-walled, flat roof like those in desert countries. Nothing like anything in the Neath. You find shattered pots, glass beads, and bones, all mired in amber. Something wrong about these bones, one of your sailors mutters uneasily. A seasoned woman with a little surgeon's training. She's right, the shape of the skull is not precisely human. The arm bones have been splayed out like twigs off of a branch. Another exclaims as he finds the bones of a small animal coiled together like a knot of serpents. Shapeling, someone hisses. You think that's what they say, but none of your crew will admit to speaking. There's a rumbling from below. You all scramble desperately for exits in the amber casing, squeezing through one by one just in time. The amber snaps shut and the ruins sink again beneath the waves with a tremendous roar and show of foam. We gained 20 fragments, that's all for now, and we made a Veils challenge. We can gather intelligence, I guess. So let's do that. The older inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral incrustations like a disease splashed with silvery light. They like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbor to lay their heads against the pillars of towers and stare at the roof of the Neath, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Canaan's work, the smuggler wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. You've gained a port report for Port Cecil. Do they have any shops? The harbor provisioners, that's it. Okay, so they still have decent supply here. And it took us 4 to get here. And so by 8, we should probably start heading back to somewhere where we can get supplies. Let me take a look at another map right here. They said to the northeast, but I don't know how to the northeast, they said. I mean, we've got Guider's Morn right there. I don't think there's going to be anything in there. I think we should just head north from here. Let's go ahead and hang out for a minute, and we'll see what this thing does. Unless it can attack us in port, which would be bad. I think our best plan, since it can't fit through here anyways because of the light radius, is going to be to cut through this area. I do sort of wonder what might have happened if we had gone through and collected some of the amber. I mean, we do need money a lot of the time. What is this? The recurring nightmare. Watched. Turn the helm and flee across the milk-bright sea. A chancy challenge. The sea is bright as milk, false stars above are black on a pitchy bed. Something is watching you. Its gaze unfolds your boat. You are transparent as glass. Okay, so our only option is to run away. Let's try it. The sea churns in your wake. You pull away from the eye into the shallower waters of waking, but a terror clings. We gained 3 terror. However, we lost a nightmare's strength, and we lost a restful night. That's not good, because the restful night helps us stave off further nightmares. It's kind of bad. I mean, it's semi-bad. I mean, we may not ever make it back. We've done remarkably well in this LP at not dying. I mean, part of the game is dying over and over and over again and learning new things each time you die, and we've done fairly well at not ending up dead. I will say that. I'm going to try and scout all of these rocks out right here. Oh, hell. We have totally the wrong bearing for that to work to our favor. And so it looks like some kind of urchin is coming after us. A very, very large, spindly fellow hanging out down in the sea, although he's slow, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about him that much. Let's continue to look around here in the northeast. I mean, this is about the best we can do. It sort of looked like there might be a dock right there. I'm going to continue sending out the Z-Bat every now and again just to make sure that we don't miss anything out here. Is that a beacon right there? Oh, we are gaining terror really, really fast. Ah, Palmerston's Reach. Did we make it? I don't know. I see light off this way, but the Z-Bat is going off that way. Our Z-Scout. So maybe a volcano smokes sullenly some distance to the north. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll just make for it because we really need to drop off these barrels of souls. We need to make... Oh, we found Port Palmerston. Good. The one thing that I've been trying to accomplish for the duration of this LP, and we finally managed to make it. Let's have a look at the wares that they have at Port... Wow, that seems like a really sketchy place to leave a city. That's a pretty active-looking volcano. A ballsy group of people. Let's go ahead and dock up. And so we can go up to the crater. We can say brimstone, always brimstone. There's a whole lot of brim around here, sir, and a whole lot of stone adorning it. The sullen lights glow green at the jetty's edge. Far above, the mountaintop flickers red just for an instant. Let's explore the island first. So tangles of thorn scrub climb the rocky slopes of the volcano. There are ruins here and there, and houses destroyed by fire. Let's see here. We have fascinating creatures. We can learn what we can. So at the heart of the salty little bog, you come upon a pulsing mound of blemigans. They are a rich dark purple, like viscera perhaps, or blackberries. They chitter as they swarm. The sound is like pebbles on a beach. Be careful, a single blemigan is a nuisance. 100 are a calamity. So repulsive creatures. We can take what we can. We only have 2 options right there. I can't abandon it either, so I'll probably go with the higher chance. It looks like 38 with mirrors, or we can go 43 there. Let's go for the 43. Armed Zailers settle behind a rise in the ground at the bog's edge. On your signal, they open fire into the purple mass. Dozens of lemigans fall, but hundreds remain. They seethe across the bog, leaping the black gaps of standing water maws the gate. But you direct your crew's fire with calm and precision, and only a few reach the line. Your crew methodically smash them with rifle stocks and advance with caution towards the bog. The blemigans which remain to defend the mound are no match for your weaponry. You take the mound without a single fatality, and they die, chittering curses. Of course, now you're possessed of a mound of mud. You find nothing of value, although the blemigans apparently collected little clay tablets marked for indecipherable chicken scratchings. Your quartermaster, however, points out that the blemigan bodies can be rendered into purple dye, which will fetch a good price almost anywhere. Okay, and so we get 15 echoes, and that's all for now. We didn't get any of the purple dye, though, which is strange. Let's take a port report here. There was a revolution in hell, and the aristocracy of devils fled here. They plot in exile. And so they don't do us any harm. They stay up there, and we stay down here. And hell's fighting itself. If hell's fighting itself, that's good for us all, isn't it? And so we gain a port report for Port Palmerston. We can deliver our smuggled goods. And so there it is. Let's drop off the unstamped crates of bottled souls. You give the hooded shape a sign of recognition. It hisses the reply you expected. You hand over the crate and receive a chitty marked with a thief sign. You delivered souls to Mount Palmerston. You lost 1 stamped crate of bottled souls. You'll receive the promised remuneration in London. The joys of dyslexia and games with lots of speaking. I move letters around all the time, and it's kind of humorous if you think about it. So we can find our contact. I didn't tell you this, but at the Admiralty, we got another quest to go out and find. Or did I? No, I told you. Never mind. You have a rendezvous in a ruined granary up on the headland with the last generation of farmers. When the last generation of farmers died in the volcano's flames. A cowled and buzzing shape clasps your elbow. It whispers in your ear. It breathes its lava and old brass, and a queasy vibration shudders through where its gloved appendage has taken hold. You have gotten what you came for. Back aboard the ship, or you get back aboard the ship quickly. Your vision blurs. Perhaps you were unwell. You gained 1 terror, and you gained strategic information. You've completed your commission, so we could return to the Admiralty. I think it's probably a good plan to go back to London now, seeing as we have a lot of money waiting for us back there. We have the ship sale, we have the money from the Admiralty, and we have the money from the Bruiser, assuming that he doesn't screw us. And so I'm thinking that if we don't get flipped and turned over, we should turn out okay if we go back to London. Oh, never mind. Let me go back to Palmerston. I wanted to take a look at the shops. What do they have here? They have devil bone dice. You could buy them for 10 or 19, but they sell for 20 back at London. So you make a little profit. With the Zoop, it buys for 70 here, but it sells for 70 in London. Ambiguous Eolith, I don't know what that is. They don't have a market for it in... They don't have a market for this in London, so I'm not sure where that would go. We'd have to keep an eye on it. The Devil Bone dice, though, I mean, we can make something off of them. So I guess we'll stock up. We're only going to make an 8 profit right there, but we're moving something at least. I mean, it's slightly more profitable. Ooh, we have an enemy right there, and he's moving very, very rapidly. He looks like he's reinforced for war, so I think I'm going to try and stay away from him. Let's just wait here for a minute. There's a bunch of them, and they are very, very fast, and they're already locked onto us. I don't like how they get stuck around the city like this, so you basically have to go out and meet with them. I wish that their AI would kind of reset and they would go do something else eventually. Alright, in the interest of keeping him from coming about, they get stuck like that. That's one of the little things that I've learned, is they get stuck when they come about, and so hopefully he can't outrun us. let's go... Well, we don't have any money, so we might as well just go back to London now so that we can sell off all of the devil bone dice that we have, make our lovely 8 echoes. And then... Oh, there's another one right there, and that one's going to be in a position to intercept. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Okay, and so we might have to run them right here around this island to our south. I think we've got them outpaced. Because this game is a roguelike, I really try not to get in any fights. I would prefer to keep myself safe rather than sorry. Okay, so that doesn't count as a buoy. Well, it does, kind of. But its aura is a little bit weaker than some of the other ones that we've been across. Roused at midnight. Yeah, that's never a good situation to be in. As the first watch ends, shouts forward rouse you. Your bosun's face is grim as you emerge on deck. We lost one, weighted himself with pans and went overboard. Took cook's best kettle too. Morale is worsening, sir. And so we can distribute an extra rum ration. We can place a guard on the cookware. Or address the crew. Our hearts is not high enough. Let's go ahead and we'll give them extra rations. So we lost a crew, we lost supplies, but we lost 5 terror, so that'll work out for us. Since we're going back to London, I think we'll be alright. That'll stave it off for now. You've discovered Bidmead Reefs. Yeah, I guess I could cut a hard west right here and uncover everything on the way back to the coast. I don't see any real problem with that. I think that might be a good idea. The other thing that I had failed to mention in previous episodes is that your hunger goes up faster based on how many sailors you have. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but the game doesn't really make any mention of it. There's a lot of things in this game that you won't really notice along the way. I am hoping at some point they add a strong tutorial to this game. Actually, I almost ran into the Bonnie Reefs. That would have been bad. It looks like we've just earned ourselves another secret. So we've got another restless night. The watch of the night, you pad softly across the hatch of the crew quarters. A man cries out in his sleep. The 31% chance we can inquire. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. And so the whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It's the roof. It's watching us. Eyes in a face. Eyes in a face. Yes, you say softly. You lay your hands on the sailor's burning forehead. There are storms in the roof. Hush. We won't join them yet. And so we succeeded. I mean, with the 30% chance, it says that we succeeded right there, but we gained a lot of terror. But we gained 20 fragments. Oh well. We are headed back. God, we've got to make it. And I don't know if we will. That might have been a mistake. We gained a lot, of terror from that. What is that right there? Oh, it's a serpent of some kind. I love the feeling of exploration in this game and how there's always like weird things that you're discovering and learning. It really does have that feeling of an old scientific expedition from the early 1900s. Terror's got to be getting pretty wild right now. And I've got to figure out if we're actually going to make it. I don't think there's a whole lot of ways to disperse my terror when I'm this far out in the... This might be, that extra 20 that we just took might be the end of our adventure, all things considered. If we can stay within the reach of a buoy for most of the trip back, we might be okay. But it's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. God. Horrifying, innit? Oh, well. He's going to outrun us as well, but I'm not worried about it because we can take him and we can send him back with a prize crew. And I think this light ship should help us out too, yeah. Lower our terror slightly, and then we'll make for this port over here. Which may help out. No. Oh, Hunter's Keep did. Good. Helped out a little bit. I'm going to try and keep near the coast. God. Navigation is a paramount concern right now. We have to keep it high. If we don't make it back to London very soon, we are dead in the water. And it's unfortunate that I didn't get to fight that other ship. But I would have liked to. Let's make for this buoy right here. Oh, we made it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really stoked. I was definitely feeling a little bit of tension right there. Not sure if we were going to make it all the way back to London. So let's go ahead and have a look at the docks and see what's new for us. And then we'll break off the episode. I want to see what our remuneration is going to be. Hopefully it's not a knife in the gut, which is what my suspicion is. Alright, we made it. A breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the side, there it is. Our terror is back down to 50, and we gained 3 nightmare strength. I don't even know what those do, but we have a ton of them. So we can collect messages from the harbor master. Let's do that. The blind bruiser wants a word. Let's go and talk to him. What a propitious and encouraging occasion this is to meet again here in this place, which has been so very fortunate for us both. Allow me to shake you warmly by the hand, since you have demonstrated your unwavering commitment to fair dealing and honest conveyance. Unswerving. I'm sorry, I filled in a different word right there. Very good. My patron will toast to you. We'll accept the payment. That came out great for us. I will take the good word of my patron. If I am a man of my word, we will see each other again, unless a whale eats you, of course, in which case I hope you will not think poorly of me for wishing that we will not. Alright, so we got paid 200 echoes. Good money right there. Let's go to the shops and we'll unload the devil bone dice, which sell for 20 apiece. So there it is. We made a little bit of money back. I mean, we only made 8 echoes from it, but it's better than making no echoes on that run, so okay, it's fine. I don't see the prices shifting around. It's disappointing that the Zoop is so evenly, it produces for 70 over there and it sells for 70 right here. I'm hoping that we find someplace where it will sell a little bit lower. I will say that the game patched this morning when I started playing, so it added new events. It said that it was downloading title cards and downloading new stuff, so maybe we'll run into new things. It appears as though the developers are working as fast as they can to get new material out. Let's go back to the Admiral, and there's our strategic information. And so we've gained 150 echoes, and we have a lot of Admiralty's favor. I don't know when we're going to be able to turn those in, but we'll submit our port reports as well. Hunter's Keep, there's 5 echoes. Mount Palmerston, the Brimstone Convention. They trouble me, Captain. And we got 40 echoes for Mount Palmerston. Good. The Principles of Coral, I have no idea why anyone thought that settlement was a good idea. 30 echoes from them, too. Alright, we're making quite a fistful of dollars right now. We'll ask for our next job, and they want it from the we want us to go to the Cumaean Canal south along the coast from London. Okay, so we can make that run no problem in the next episode. And from there, I think we'll go to our lodgings, and we'll get our cash. There it is. We got 2 of our crew back, and then we got 50 echoes. Oh, they sold cheaper that time. Aw, weak. Oh, the misery surcharge. I think that's new from last time. Ah, well. What are you gonna do? We made 50 echoes, so you can't complain about free money. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Sunless Sea. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode of Sunless Sea. This run's going pretty well for me. I will see you all there. Take care out there, everybody, and I do.